Hello guys, for this special one, not through the phone, through the camera, Mike's here, and he brought an album he wanted me to give a listen to. It is,
Is This It?
Is This It by The Strokes on vinyl.
Hold on. Before we get into that, I'm gonna show you something, okay? So the guitar, and this is really good. This is the guitar that they used. It's pretty good. I'm just kidding. Alright. Serious time.
Yeah, so, pretty much, but this is unwrapped, so we didn't listen to this. I listened to it through YouTube, but interesting note, the track listing on this is different than the release, because I believe that this vinyl release was released like, well, let's get into some of the backgrounds of it, then I can talk more about it.
So the band debuted in 2001, right? Or was
Yeah,
it 2002?
This album came out in 2001. It's about 30. This version's 36 minutes 28 seconds long. There's 11 tracks, and it was under the RCA label. The members of the group is
Oh, well, hold on. I don't need to look at this. I can remember them all.
Alright.
Ready? Julian Casablancas is lead singer.
Yep.
Nick Valencia is a guitar player.
Yep.
Albert Hammond Jr. is a guitar player.
Yep.
Nikolai Freitur is their bass player.
Yep.
And Fab Moretti is their drummer.
Yes, and you looked through the paper, you fucking
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I knew them all.
Okay.
That's fact.
And
Even if I did see the paper, it's because
Yeah.
it's right freaking here. I'm not going to turn this way.
You should have.
I should have, but I did know him, I swear.
The producer of the album was Gordon Rabahale.
Yeah, I don't know that.
And he also worked with the Moonies. So the tracks here, and also on AllMusic, the album was given 5 out of 5 by the AllMusic critics and 4.5 out of 5 by AllMusic audience people.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I forgot to check the number though. But yeah.
I'll tell you my favorite songs. You want to hear this?
Yeah. What's your favorite songs on it?
Well, my favorite songs, I really like When It Started and Trying Your Luck, Alone Together, like the underrated ones. But the most popular one, as far as I know, on the album is Last Night and New York City Cops. Those are popular tracks. You still hear them sometimes.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Let me see the list again. Hard to Explain, that's a really good one. It's got, like, I've seen the live performances, and for the live performances, he does the drums himself, Fab, but then, for the album, it's kind of recorded, but also, Fab.
Yeah.
Number one, how could I have even read this from where I'm at? Your handwriting is awful.
Big
So
shocker.
I didn't cheat.
Big shocker.
Number
That's
two,
awful.
I knew his nickname was Fab, not Fabrizio.
Fabrizio.
And even if I tried to read that from here, there's no way, man. I don't even have my glasses on. There's no way.
So the amount of user ratings is around 4,100. So quite a few people took their time to review to put a number in this album.
Yeah, it's a good album.
So let me go by this. Alright. Is This It? It's a good opening track. I like that a lot. Modern Age was pretty good. Soma I like. I think Soma was kind of...
It's kind of unclear to me.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it as much as the other songs, I feel, but they all have the same kind of theme to it. Which is like a strangled kind of optimism that's kind of confused.
It reminds me of something from like the 80s, kind of kind of a young adult high school teen group, rebel group for like...
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see, Barely Legal I liked. I liked that one a lot. Someday was pretty good. Alone Together, yeah, that one was good too. Last Night was pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, some of these songs kind of... The songs on the album they have a very similar tone and style, and since this is a debut album, that's usually the case with a lot of groups, so I don't really fault them for that. But if I listened to the album probably like 3 or 4 times, I probably could tell the difference, but listening to it the first time, they do blend in a tad. Last Night, hard to explain, I like. That one was good. New York City Cops one that stands out to me the most, and this is where things get interesting. On the original release in America, New York City Cops was not on there. It was a different track. Took its place.
Which track?
I forgot what it was called. You look it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, because I got the CD, and it doesn't have New York City Cops or another track. It's just,
no, because this
it's
was
just replaced. But
everywhere else.
Release,
everywhere else, it was New York City Cops. But on the American release on CD, it was a different song. But when the album was released on vinyl in 2010, I believe was the year, they put New York City Cops back in the album. So if the later vinyl release has it, so pretty much all releases have New York City Cop except for the US CD version that was released back in '01. Now, any album re-releases from that time on CD or whatever, I'm not sure, but yeah.
It had 3 singles: Hard to Explain, Last Night, and Someday. And those are good songs.
Yeah, they are.
Movies and whatever.
Yeah.
Composition. I don't know.
But yeah, overall, I feel like I have heard this group before a lot, probably on radio or movies, but I never put a name on them till now. But they do have
yeah, I forgot. Hold on. They put When It Started.
Yeah.
As the track instead of New York City Cops.
Yeah.
Which, that's a really good song too. That could have been on the original album, but obviously.
Well, that's the thing. They could have put that one on the album too. There was When It Started song is only not even 3 minutes long. I mean, they could have easily. A lot of the songs are short on this album. This is obviously they are. I feel like they're retro style, but they kind of took their roots from maybe late 80s. They kind of remind me of U2 or REM kind of vibes from them.
Yeah, you gotta also understand it's their debut album. You don't want to have a ton of really long songs on your debut album, because then if people don't like the first 30 seconds of a song, they'll just tune it out. But if you're an established group, it's easier. Like when Julian Casablancas was a solo artist, has some longer songs and stuff like that.
Well, also I feel like it also depends on the drive of the band, because bands that do longer songs typically do more with the instruments. It seems like with them, I feel like they're kind of more focused on more quicker songs, kind of punk rock, but I wouldn't call this punk rock though.
No, it's not. It's kind of I don't even know,
yeah,
a similar alternative kind of, but a punkish sound.
Yeah, punkish sound, but they do a lot with sounds very 80s retro to me. Like the guitar tones, the vocal tones. It sounds like something from an 80s pop rock band, kind of
yeah, the style of it, the instrumental style, is pretty simplistic, but it fits good and it goes good with kind of the theme of it, which is just. It's simple. Is this it? Is that all? There's not much to it, but it's still good.
Yeah, and I haven't listened to any of their stuff after, and I can tell it's been influential because this came out in 2001. I've seen a lot of newy movies, in the last. Well, this was 18 years ago. Actually, it's weird to think that, but it was 18 years ago. So this album.
It's not like I could have listened to it when I was growing up.
So a lot of these songs on this album were in a lot of movies, and in all honesty, I couldn't really, I would never tell that this album was made in 2001 if you didn't tell me, in all honesty, because the sound on it is very much a sound nowadays for a lot of rock songs. I feel like their style has been established in our culture. Now when we hear it on movies or TV shows or whatever, we kind of okay, it is a distinct sound, I will say that. So if you hear this, listen to the album or on the radio, if you hear it again, you know it's them, you know, but I haven't listened to their other stuff, so I don't know if they ever changed their sound after this or anything like that.
Yeah, let us know what you think about this, and maybe we'll do the next one, which is Room on Fire.
Room on Fire.
Their second.
Their second album?
And they've got other good ones than just that, too. I could listen to a lot of them, but that one itself is also pretty distinct, and it's got one of their most popular songs.
Yeah. This was a pretty big album for them. I mean, it's probably something I would recommend listening to because it definitely when I listened to it, I could tell that they were trying to go for it. Like it reminds me a lot of REM. They kind of have the same kind of shortish songs. They're kind of a distinct sound, and U2 too, and a lot of meaning in their songs too. They remind me of those two groups a lot, along with a dash of some 80s retro style guitars and vocaling too. But yeah, I would say it's a pretty good album. I definitely recommend checking it out either on YouTube or CD, vinyl, or even cassette if you feel like mixtaping the shit out of it. but yeah, it's a pretty solid album overall.
Yo, did you show them the back?
Oh yeah, the back.
Oh, it's got some cool artwork.
Yeah, this is what I love about vinyl. You know what's missing nowadays is the artwork in albums, because I swear, even in CDs can have great artwork, but vinyls, it's like blown up, so you really get to see the details and everything. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't think the same artwork is on the CD, because obviously it also doesn't have New York City Cops, which is on there.
Yeah, that is true. And they did have a different cover art in the international releases. I think it's like some chick's side ass or something.
Yeah, dude.
It's not nearly as compelling as this, in all honesty.
What it really is the Strokes came after like YouTube and REM. U2, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
And, I mean, I guess they wanted to be more controversial. They have their most popular or recognizable, like you said, was New York City Cops. It stands out.
Yeah,
and it's a controversial song. They kind of didn't mind being controversial, I don't think.
No, and I respect that, especially nowadays, too.
And, like, another thing, I can't even tell what's on the front, but you know that there's something about it that makes it good.
I feel like it's like a map or constellations or something like that, old school style.
It's really cool looking.
Yeah, this is definitely something they put a lot of time. But the real question is, Mike, do you ever plan on opening this?
Hell no. Fuck that, man. I'm not gonna open this. I want people to know how much I paid for it. 21 bucks.
21 bucks, oh geez.
I saw it, I had to have it because like I had already listened to them so much. It was one of my favorites, and when I saw it, I just had to have it.
So if technology went down and you just had one vinyl record, this is your extreme backup plan.
I don't know if that's the one. I don't even know if I would listen to it in that scenario. Maybe. But maybe I could just download the music off the vinyl, couldn't I?
They have machines that you could download music off vinyl to that, but the programs they use to put music on your computer are dying off because everyone just downloads through their phone now. So I don't know if you'll be able to do that or not.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. I recommend checking out. It definitely.
What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I think I'll give it. Actually, I think 8 or 9, 8 to 9, because I feel like it's their sound and tone. Just listening to it once, I could tell. Okay, this album definitely has played a part in my generation because I recognize the tones and sounds from a lot of movies and TV shows I've seen. And even if those tones and sounds weren't all from the Strokes, I can tell that they had a pretty big influence in that. And having that high of a cultural influence definitely, I think, played a part. And just listening to them just once is like, it's a solid album too. And considering I consider myself a pretty big U2 REM fan, they did strike a chord with me. Pun intended, of course, obviously. But yeah, I would probably have to listen to it more to kind of, because it's kind of like, because the songs do, it's like each songs are pretty similar in tone and style though, so you may have to give it a few listens to kind of hear each song as it stands itself instead of them blending in together. And that's more due to taste rather than anything, because some people think, oh, a band should have a consistent sound on an album, while other people may think, oh, a band each song should be super different. I don't really see myself in either camp. I just can see, but yeah, I like it a lot. I probably would listen to it again if I ever get a copy of it, my own copy of it. But yeah, listen on YouTube if you want. If you want the pristine vinyl sound and tone, I suggest the vinyl. Or if you want the rapidy cassette, I don't know if they'll release this on cassette. They probably didn't.
Yeah, probably not. But
yeah,
since I'm in this video too, I'll give it a rating. I give it 10 out of 10. I would give it more, but I think it's out of 10, right? It's really good. I've listened to it a ton. Like, it's one of those that you can just pick it up again at any time, and you can remember it just because it's just meaningful, and the stuff sticks with you a bit more than if it were just poppy or dance music or whatever, and that's fine. Like, I like those types of music too, but if you try to listen to this at a party, it might not go over the best, and people won't really hear the lyrics all that well.
I can see it doing well in party because it does have the music itself is, I think, arranged well enough for it to be a good example of maybe party rock album, but I think because it's the sound of it and tone is still fresh today, I feel like you could get away with it. But I think you also have to be. I think if you are though, I think you would have to be aware of your audience too. Because if you play this and it's just people that just talk about top 40 pop or whatever, it might not sit well. But that's kind of a whole different kind of video discussion in itself there.
Yeah, overall, I still think it's really good. 10 out of 10 from me. Fenn said like 8 or 9.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I say it's a pretty significant album of our generation at least. I mean, geez, this is like 18 years old. Good lord. We're so old. We're turning into the things we set out to destroy.
Fuck this album. 18.
Oh boy.
It's good. Give it a listen. Hope you enjoy. Anything else we got to talk about?
I think we talked all we're gonna say about it. All
yeah, leave a comment if there's any other albums you want us to review, songs, artists, anything interesting in music that you want us to look at or listen to.
But yeah, are we gonna just put this under Fenn's album reviews, or are we gonna do Fenn and Mike album reviews?
Just do Fenn's.
Okay.
And I'll just be featured.
Yeah, because
we'll count that as both of our videos, but the other ones are still yours. Yeah,
because Mike isn't here often, so and plus our musical tastes do differ to a degree, so we're not going to do like a regular thing of this like other stuff, but every once in a while we may both find an album we both want to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.
Peace.